Hello, class. My name is Larry Swigum. This is the face that goes with the posts. Hope you all are doing well in instructional design, having a good time, learning a lot. I know I am. I see every time I look down at the screen, my eyeballs are looking down the same way, so I'm going to do my best to look up at this camera up here. For my instructional design interview, I chose to interview my elementary principal, Kurt Reese. Kurt Reese is on top of technology. He has a master's degree in educational technology. Throughout the school year, we talk several times, usually about once a week. We sit down and talk about what I'm learning in class at Concordia, how I can apply it to school, and how it makes me a better educator. We exchange books often. Every book that I read through my master's program, he's probably read now or reads when I give it to him. So he's a great guy to interview, and I thought nobody better, to figure out, some things about instructional design and education. First question I ask him right away, I just basically ask him what he knew about instructional design so far, already. And obviously he was pretty on top of things. He probably knows more than me. He talked a little bit, he talked about the business model. Instructional design is way more prevalent in business than it is in education. It is used in education for bigger picture things, he thought. But, we just talked a little bit about what I had learned so far, and I talked to him about the different stages and how we're going from stage to stage, of the ADDIE approach and designing a program specific. Mine was for math expressions for Kevin Bonner, second grade, training other teachers and how that would be important. He thought that was pretty neat. So anyways, we talked about the organizational changes. Why would we need instructional design in our elementary school? And I gave him the example of the low test scores, and how you look at that and maybe that's, we need a new curriculum, we need to do something different. Twice a year he brought up the fact that we do data retreats. Data retreats are basically where 6 or 8 of the team leader teachers sit down with the principal and a few other people, and we look at numbers. We look at numbers from every grade level, every subject. We break it down to specific strands. We look at WKC results, MAP testing results, other high stakes testing results, just different things like that, to see where we're lacking. And he thought that would be a perfect example of, if we saw 2-3 years in a row, we've had low science scores or something like that. You go and you bring somebody in and you look to make changes. Sometimes it's easier if you bring somebody that's not from the district. I know that's something with RTI implementation right now that we're doing. We are bringing in someone to a third party basically to help us implement RTI into our school district, and trying to have somebody within. A lot of times you have bias, different things like that. So that's one thing he said instructional design is great for, because you can get somebody outside that can still interact with the people to figure out specifically what you need, but you don't have all this bias and different things that go with it. We talked about several different ways that you can use instructional design. Kind of a smaller scheme is what we both decided would be best for us to come up with. If we just looked at 4th grade science scores one year, we had a bad year, to overhaul everything would make sense. But over a long period of time, it made a lot more sense that if we go after the big picture type things and for the little picture things, an instructional design plan, like a mini version, we thought, where maybe there was less time, because we talked about the lack of resources, and we thought that there'd be kind of a lot to do if you try to do a whole instructional design plan for each thing. So obviously that's not possible. So we just talked about how we could modify and how I could use as an educator what I'm learning in instructional design, almost on a weekly, bi-weekly kind of basis, where I just sit back, reflect. Is there something that I need to do? I evaluated the situation, I analyze, and kind of go through and come up with a plan. And we thought that would be much more relevant to education. But we talked about big picture. I know I feel like I'm rambling right now, so I'm going to end this real quick. But we sat down, we had a great half-hour conversation. This stuff's important. Instructional design, at first I wondered, is this really something that goes with education? As I started this class, he made me quite aware that, it's something that's important in education. And it was really cool just to sit down and talk to him about stuff like that. We talked about a few different things that go along with it, and about you know well, just lots of things. Sorry, I'm gonna end it. I just saw that we're at 5 minutes here. Hopefully, I didn't ramble too much and you got something from this. But I really enjoyed my interview, and I got a lot from it. Looking forward to working with you guys the rest of class, and hopefully this video works. I've never done this before, so we'll see how it works. All right, have a great day, weekend. It's Friday where I'm from. I'm sure it's Friday there. All right, I will see you. Have a good one. Thanks.